to like medieval days. This is a...
Cindy's a performer, by the way, and she does amazing stuff. She's anyway, everybody loves coming and watching Cindy perform.
Say that. It's now...
Yeah, we do.
This is a poem by Theodore Tilden. And it was done in 1867. And Theodore was a poet, he was a journalist, and he was an abolitionist. And so he wrote this poem, "Even This Shall Pass Away." And I never knew it as a poem. I knew it because of how I know many different things. Robert Plant sang it with the Band of Joy, but before he sang it, Chuck Berry.
Really?
People sang this.
Wow.
But if you listen to these renditions, you never have any idea that it was Chuck Berry singing this.
Then do you remember that by Chuck Berry?
Look at her. Henry just asked.
Yes.
Yes, it's almost like a...
And I think it was sung prior to. At first, the song was a gospel song, and it was called "This Too Shall Pass," and it was sung by the Five Blind Boys.
Of Mississippi or Alabama? Alabama. Because
it was always something that I enjoyed hearing and listening to in church, because it was always a feeling that my mother would always tell me that this too shall
pass.
This is Linda and John, by the way. They had terrible traffic getting here, and
but we're glad you're here.
No, they're from next door. They're visiting from
dark.
It was dark. We lost our way. It was
originally
anyway.
that always.
And there's several different poems in looking through this, and so this one is one about a king, and a king in Persia. So I'm going to try and do it in a little bit of a medieval bard style. So I didn't have time to memorize this, so I've got my notes.
You want a music stand?
That's okay.
You can find one.
Once in Persia reigned a king, who upon his signet ring graved a maxim true and wise, which if held before the eyes, gave him counsel at a glance, fit for every change and glance. Solemn words, and these are they: even this shall pass away. Trains of camels through the sand brought his gems from Samarkand. Fleets of galleys through the seas brought him pearls to rival these. But he counted not his gain, treasures of the mine or main. What is wealth, the king would say, even this shall pass away. In the revels of his court, at the zenith of his sport, when the palms of all his guests burned with clapping at his jests, he amid his figs and wine cried, "O loving friends of mine, pleasure comes but not to stay, even this shall pass away." Lady fairest ever seen was the bride he crowned his queen. Pillowed on his marriage bed, softly to his soul he said, though no bridegroom ever pressed fairer bosom to his chest, mortal flesh must come to play, even this shall pass away. and fighting on a furious field. Once a javelin pierced his shield. Soldiers with a loud lament bore him bleeding to his tent. Groaning from his tortured side, pain is hard to bear, he cried. But with pleasure day by day, even this shall pass away. Towering in the public square, 20 cubits in the air, rose his statue carved in stone. Stood when the king disguised unknown. Stood before his sculptured name, musing meekly, what is fame? Fame is but a slow decay, even this shall pass away. Struck with palsy, sere and old, waiting at the gates of gold, said he with his dying breath, life is done, but what is death? Then in answer to the king, fell a sunbeam on his ring, showing by a heavenly ray, even this shall pass away.